Thank you for the introduction. I'm Mike Razook from Avatria. We are a Chicago-based consultancy. So on behalf of Chicago, I apologize for our weather the last 2 days. We've been around since 2014. We have industry veterans that have about 10 years experience each, and that leads us to our approach to projects, which is do it right the first time. High quality projects. I'll introduce Alex next from ACR.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a solution architect at AmerCareRoyal. AmerCareRoyal is a food service supply chain company. We distribute over 6,000 disposable items. So if you go to any restaurant, in-room dining, takeout packaging, or even especially during the pandemic, I'm sure you've used our items.
Yeah, hi, I'm Eberhard. I'm co-founder and CEO of Emporix. I've been in the e-commerce space for more than 25 years now. I've been with leading B2B commerce platform companies like Hybris and Intershop, and I've founded Emporix together with two of the founders of Hybris, and we are the innovation leader for B2B commerce platforms.
So we're here to talk to you about our recent implementation with AmerCareRoyal, and by any measure, it was a successful implementation. The project itself took about 3 months, and so it was a very quick project with high results. We delivered, and we're on track to deliver, a 70% increase, 70% improvement in returns, a 25% improvement in our category mix, and 100% improvement in our cycle time. So Alex, do you want to tell us a little bit more about, or sorry, Eberhard.
Yeah, it's me. I think it's,
sorry.
The monitor is a bit small here, sorry for that.
Very small.
So, one of the reasons why we have founded Emporix was because we see a huge re-platforming wave ahead of us. So most of the companies, and I guess this is also true for this audience here in the room, most of the companies are on platforms that have been designed 20 plus years ago, right? That was before the invention of the cloud. Yeah? That was before the millennium change, just to remember that. So what does that mean for you? So, and I'm really grateful for the panel before, because I don't have to explain all the details again, but you can't, act as in an agile way as you would like to, and you can't be as flexible and innovative as you would like to, because this kind of software just prevents you from doing so, just because of the nature of their architecture. So, and the motto here is often, never change a running system. And then if you are in a seasonal business, you may have higher total cost of ownership because you have to scale up the whole system instead of just the services you really need in a peak situation. And last but not least, you are forced to play the migration game, right? Because this is version software. You will get updates once or twice a year, and you have to migrate from one version to another without any real business benefit, right? So you migrate from version 6.5 to version 6.7, and your only benefit is that you can migrate to version 6.8 later on. So then, what's the solution then? Is it, and sorry for being so precise here, right? Is it headless commerce? Is it composable commerce? What is it? So I would say yes and no. I mean, headless, it has been explained before, and it's a great concept because it gives you more freedom and consistency. I must not look in that direction, sorry, because of the mic. So it gives you more freedom and more consistency for your touch points and across your touch points. It's a great concept, but it doesn't solve the problems that we have discussed before. So what about composable commerce? Composable is a term that has been coined by Gartner in 2014, so that's almost a decade ago. And I really like the idea of a composable company, because in a composable company, you organize your company in smaller units. That means you give freedom and autonomy to these smaller business units, which is a great concept. when it comes to software, in the context of software, it's basically just being modular. And hand on heart, isn't every software being modular to some extent? So at the end of the day, yes, good concepts, but it's not the ultimate solution. So we have built our Emporix software from the ground up, cloud native, following the MAC principles. And it has been mentioned before, so I won't go into the details of MAC again. So, and it has been said before, it stands for microservices, API first, cloud native, software as a service, and headless. And also the multi-tenant aspect is a really super important one, but I'm not going to go into the technical details now. I would rather like to focus on the business benefits. So what's in for you in the B2B space? So first of all, with microservices, you won't have any migration projects anymore, right? You don't allocate scarce resources anymore because given the nature of it and given the frequent deployments and given the software as a service concept, you can focus your teams really on innovation. API first means you can choose from the best vendors and you can build, as simple as it sounds, you can build the solution exactly in the way you want to build it. And obviously I don't know all of the companies that are in the room here, but I'm sure that all of your companies have some sort of secret sauce, right, that makes you successful. Otherwise, you wouldn't be successful. You would just be eaten up by the competition or by Amazon. So that means build the solution in the way it is required to consider your secret sauce and not the other way around. Yeah? Don't let the software tell you what you can do and what you can't do. Cloud native SaaS means you are always on, no downtimes, no maintenance windows anymore, and if you have peak performances, you are at a lower total cost of ownership because you only pay for what you really need. And of course, this is headless, this is clear, we have discussed that or heard that before in the panel, before this session. You have the complete freedom across touch points, be it mobile, web, or even machinery or other devices.
So to answer the earlier question, the right answer is an incremental approach that you had asked. And we think that that is for a number of reasons. One of the things that companies struggle with is the transition to new ideas, processes, and technology, and how do we do that? So we've invented disciplines around this: change management, digital transformation, all of these things just to solve this problem. The effort can be big, they can be hard, and the results can often be mixed. So one of the things we like about Mach as a way of doing things, really, is that it can be done incrementally. You can look at it, it's not binary, it's either you have this or you have that. You can have a lot of this and some of that. You can have some of this and a lot of that, whatever works for your business. And our approach allows us to approach this transformation incrementally, focused on delivering speed to value for you, and more importantly, for your customers. So keeping in mind the end customers really helps us deliver that. You can dip your toe in and deliver immediate business value, and then you can build onward from there. It doesn't have to wait until 9 months out or 12 months out for that release and everybody asking you when it's going to be ready. So, Alex, I think with AmerCareRoyal, tell us a little bit more about what went into the thinking behind the project and how you went forward with that. So, turn it over to you.
So I've been with ACR for 15 years already, and I come from the business side. I've dealt with the mergers and having Band-Aids placed on top of Band-Aids to satisfy solutions and needs for our customers. So we didn't want to place another Band-Aid on a solution. We didn't want to do the same thing again, to basically go through an implementation and end up with the same capabilities. That just wasn't what we wanted. Or purchasing a software where you think that it's going to fit your needs and they promise you that it's going to fit your needs, but at the end of the day, it's what you see is what you get. We wanted to innovate at scale. We wanted real change, change that set us apart from all of our other competitors. But when we began working with Avatria and Emporix, it wasn't anymore as what you see is what you get. It was more so what we need and envision is what we get. So we wanted to be bold. We wanted to greatly increase our functionality and deliver it faster. We wanted continuous rapid pace innovation at scale. We wanted to change the perception within IT, of IT within the business, and we did. We were able to work with Avatria and Emporix to identify and apply the relevant Emporix microservices to solve high-value use cases without creating undesired disruption to the business. Because we already get a high percentage of orders via EDI, we were able to look elsewhere to solve our customer pain points. We applied Emporix with a focus on our B2B portal. We wanted to make our customers have the self-service, be more self-efficient, and we wanted to make it better. So we focused on our returns process, invoicing. We have dashboards that are just fit for our customers. We've revamped our whole search process, so anything that they want to search for, they have the ability because we know that all of our customers are different. The result, as you saw, was a 3-month project that delivered significant business value versus it taking 3 years.
Yeah, all of this allowed ACR to really transition at their own pace, which is really important because at the end of the day, every release, every step along the way drove business value for them. We're eventually going to do more stuff down the roadmap with core commerce and other touch points and pain points and expand the business. But the immediate results were in the post-sale support process, and that delivered significant value for their customers and diverted a lot of phone calls that were coming in and a lot of people doing things that weren't their job. They were answering questions and they were doing things on behalf of customers that really the customers wanted to do on their own. This allowed them to do that and then move on to bigger and better benefits. And I'll turn it back to you, Alex.
Yeah, so we talked a lot about, I'm not Alex, but it's fine. So we talked a lot about technology now and all of these buzzwords. So Alex, what did it really bring to AmerCareRoyal? What were the business benefits?
So we looked at many different things, and Emporix's microservice architecture and API-led integration, it enabled us to transition at our own pace. We were able to deliver our employees and customers beneficial items that would help them better serve our customers.
Yeah, and then you as AmerCareRoyal, you have been using Celonis.
Yes.
For those of you that in the room that don't know Celonis, it's a business process mining software. It's a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for the category. And we have built a new piece of software together with Celonis. We call it Commerce Execution Platform, CXP. And Alex, you are using that now?
We are.
At AmerCare. Can you explain a little bit what it does and what the benefits are?
Yep. So we were able to tie it up to our ERP, connect it to our ERP, and we were able to drill down on all of our processes, see everything step by step. And we dug into the processes that took multiple steps, which some of them, like our returns process, took 5 to 6 steps from different departments. And we were actually able to cut that up in half. So something that took 5 to 6 steps now takes us 2 to 3.
Yeah, all right. So, and basically, so you use Celonis to analyze the business processes, but also to reverse engineer them. What other areas did you identify apart from the returns process?
So Celonis pretty much came to be our operational dashboard. We're able to build dashboards based on each department and how they use it. So we want to see how many orders shipped on time and which orders were late, if any, and it shows us a lot of our processes.
Okay, cool, thank you. So, and then at the end of the day, why did you choose Emporix?
So, needless to say, it's our vision, the industry knowledge, the experience. They know B2B, and they pretty much built our B2B. So they're committed, they're industry veterans, and they're continuing to build out the product to be future-proof. More capabilities with more flexibility, the next generation of commerce. So they're tying together the product with the industry knowledge.
Cool, yeah, thank you for that. So I think we are close to lunch, and I guess people are hungry, but I think we have just one more thing.
One more thing, yeah, one more big thing. So coming out of this implementation, one of the things that we did at Avatria is, and we know mock can be hard, and we heard in the last panel that mock can be hard, and it's got a lot of things you need to consider. You need to stitch a lot of platforms together, things like that. To help with that, we built an accelerator. We call it Zocalo by Avatria. And with that, we provide a reference storefront. We provide a business logic layer and API management tool that allows you to integrate all of the different APIs and capabilities of the different platforms, from Emporix to a Bloomreach to whatever it may be, a Contentful or whatever other API-based platform you want to use. Commerce tools can be the layer as well. But it allows us to deliver our implementations up to 40% faster. And that's huge if you're trying to go live and dip your toe into new technology. We de-risk it. We take a lot of the things out because we have predefined patterns. It's fully documented. And if you want to learn more, you can stop by our booth, and we can share with you booth 210, immediately by the coffee. And we'll see you after lunch.